What's up everybody, it's your boy Hokage here, welcome to the video. As you can see by the video title, today we're going to talk about Kawaki and a certain female character from the Boruto manga who could potentially be his real mother. Now, before I start with the theory, I do not take credit for any of this. One of my subscribers sent me a screenshot on Twitter, and basically there were these two persons discussing about this on our forums. I'm going to have the link in the description of this video. In case you want to just read it after watching this video. I'm just going to explain that theory in a couple of minutes. So as I said, I don't take any credit for this. Without further ado, let's get into the video. This theory is kind of far-fetched, but I honestly think that it makes sense. So let's start. In the 24th chapter of Boruto, we see Kawaki's biological father, and basically he's talking to Jigen, and at one point he literally asks him, "Are you a god?" or something like that. Now, I think I mentioned this in my chapter review. This could be a huge foreshadowing that, Jigen is indeed a celestial being. You have the fact that he has these black eyes, and, aliens are often portrayed as, these creatures with black eyes or whatever. And anyway, in that chapter, he tells Kawaki, "I am your father." So let's just make a parallel between Kawaki and Jesus. We have Jigen, who is Kawaki's father. And obviously we have Jesus, and Jesus' father was a god. And before I continue with the video, I just want to say that I said something incorrect. Basically, I'm trying to find a confirmation that God was the father of Jesus. But basically, anyway, the point is, Saint Joseph was actually his legal father. He wasn't his biological father, but he was married to Mary. And this even makes more sense because obviously Jigen is not Kawaki's biological father. We will understand why this is important later on in the video. So anyway, who was the mother of Jesus? It was Mary. And if you guys didn't know, and I mean I didn't know until I saw this, Mary actually has a title or whatever, and basically this title is called Our Lady of Akita. As I think I'm gonna have it on the screen right now. And anyway, in the 18th chapter, Akita Inuzuka was introduced into the Boruto manga, well, into the Boruto series, because we haven't seen her in the anime. Now, this is huge. She could very well be Kawaki's real mother. And there's even more to this theory, but before I get into the final clue, let me just say one thing. A lot of characters from Naruto and Boruto are inspired from different, historical figures. I mean, Urashiki. I'm pretty sure that most of you guys know about, I think his name was Urashimataro or something like that. Basically, he was from a Japanese folktale or something like that. And basically, Urashiki was inspired by him. I mentioned, I did a theory about this last summer, about a year ago. Basically, Jogan was a period of destruction in Japan at some point, and many homes were destroyed at that point and all that. And obviously we have the parallel between the Jogan period of Japan and Jogan being Boruto's dojutsu, because as stated by Toneri, Boruto's eye will either lead this world to destruction, or it will save it, something like that. And obviously there's going to be destruction, as we see in the first episode where we see homes destroyed, just like the Jogan era, right? So anyway, this is huge, and I don't think that it's a coincidence that Akita was named Akita, basically. And the next clue that I'm about to reveal completely, and I mean completely, blew my mind. Let me read you something from Boruto chapter 18. That's when Akita was introduced, right? So anyway, Katsuki tells her, "Your suggestions were spot on. Changing out the materials we used to make the artificial nerves was the way to go." And you see Akita happy. Just keep in mind, Katsuki mentioned nerves. And in the 25th chapter, we see Katsuki being completely shocked by the fact that Kawaki's body is made so well, and he says it's on par with the prosthetic hand on the Nana Daime. Nana Daime is the 7th Hokage, or it's possibly even superior technology. All of his blood vessels and his nervous system have been modified. Basically, when I did my chapter 25 review, I said that there could potentially be some scientists who could rival Katsuki in the future, some genius who experimented on Kawaki. And if Akita isn't Kawaki's mom, I'm 100% sure that she was the one who experimented on him. And to be honest, I'm sure that that she's Kawaki's mom, because if you think about it, Jigen bought Kawaki from Kawaki's biological father, and he paid a lot of money for him. At that point, Kawaki did not have the karma seal, so he was probably special in a way. And that was due to the fact, well, most likely that was due to the fact that Akita experimented on him. And if you look at Akita in chapter 18, she says a lot of things. Why am I bringing this up? Well, at first she just seems like a random side character. I mean, not even a side character. She just seems like a character that appears once and that's it. But as I said, she said a lot of things, and she has a lot of knowledge when it comes to ninja tech and all that, which you can check in chapter 18 and I believe in chapter 19. I mean, as soon as I finish recording this video, I'm gonna go and read those 2 chapters and overthink every single line that Akita says. But as I said, my main well, not mine, as I already said, I don't take credit for this theory, but you have the parallel between the god and Jigen, and obviously Kawaki's father asked Jigen, are you god or something like that. We have Jesus and Kawaki, and obviously the mother of Jesus was Mary, or Our Lady of Akita, and here we have Kawaki and we have Akita. Keep in mind, we haven't seen Kawaki's biological mother in the flashback. We just saw his father, and that could be due to the fact that Akita was always busy. She was always, I don't know, because she, as I said, she has a lot of knowledge. She's a scientist, and maybe she never had time for to take care of Kawaki. It looks like she experimented on him. I mean, Kawaki's father seems to be angry at Kawaki. I mean, he wouldn't just beat him up for no reason. Maybe I don't know. But maybe he's triggered for the fact that Akita left Kawaki with his biological father and all that. This is all far-fetched, but guys, when I saw the clue about nerves, the nervous system, I was like, bro, we could very well be seeing, like, we are right now, we are potentially seeing Kawaki's mom in the 18th chapter of Boruto. And this could be a huge plot twist later on in the series. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this theory. As I said, I'm gonna have the link to the theory in the description of this video. Anyway, that was your boy Hokage. Twitter and this links are in the description below. Also, link to my second channel where I talk about other anime/manga will be in the description of this video. If you're new to this channel and if you're into Boruto, consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.